Okay, now that I have your attention, welcome to your numerology life path reading for the month of October 2021. So I had to put that up there in a way that actually grabs people's attention, because so many people will literally just go through the intro, and it's really important that you understand the overall context of the month. So that you can really factor in how this is actually going to affect your life path number. And more importantly, the intro is there and it's the same for everybody. So if you're literally just skipping the first part where I start to speak, you're going to miss the message where I tell you that the intro is important because it provides a context. That being said, this month is a universal month 6, right? So for all of us, the universal energy that this month is governed by is the number 6. Now 6 is in a lot of ways the number of home and hearth. It's the number of familial ties and responsibilities, but it's also more than that, right? So things that are really important for you to know for this month: educational pursuits this month are going to be highly favored, as will anything to do with that academic kind of sphere. Now, what's beautiful about this is this could be a really good month for you to dedicate yourself to some sort of educational program. Given the fact that we've got the Mercury retrograde taking place, this would also be a really good month for you to rededicate yourself to your studies. If there's something that you've been studying that you know you could pull your finger out on and you need to get back to, no matter how busy you are, if there's something that you need to pick your learning back up on or catch up on, this is the month to do it. This is the month to do that work, to get yourself back to where you need to be in your studies in some way, shape or form. So that being said, as I said, this is the number of the home and the hearth, right? So domestic life this month is going to take a huge upswing, whether this is clearing your gutters, mowing the lawns, chucking out the leaves, giving the house a new fresh coat of paint, all of the maintenance work. So not necessarily like the sexiest stuff in the world, but the stuff that really helps us take care of the things that we actually have is where you need to put your focus this month. Anything that you do in that regard will go a long way. So also community matters, right? So in a 6 month, the communities that you are tied to, whether those are digital communities, local communities or familial ties, this stuff really is going to come to the fore. It's going to be quite important for all of us in some way, shape or form. Given that 6 is that energy of maintenance, and it's also the energy of enhancing and balancing out the experience that we're having, this would be a really good month to check in with your tribes, to check in with your people, to make sure that you're giving enough to your familial, digital or local ties. This is a great month for you to maybe search out somebody in your community or find a group in your community that you want to belong to. If there's a new class that you want to take, if there's a group discussion that you want to join or something of that nature, this is a good month to do so. It would also be a really good month as well to use that Mars in Libra action orientated energy around relationships. If there's something of an active kind of energy that you really want to pursue or to help or to push forward, if there's something that you feel really viscerally connected to on a social level, this would be a really great month to get involved in that kind of thing. So I've also got here as well problem solving and solution finding. 6 energy is really great for this because it's very often like, when you're cleaning, when you're doing something monotonous and this amazing idea comes to you, or not even that, sometimes when you're in the most random place or you're having a shower or whatever, like the idea to something or the answer or the solution to something will come to you. This is why getting into those tasks this month can actually be really, really helpful in some way, shape or form. I don't know, for me personally, I always find that when I go about, like when I start cleaning or doing something, it's like, because this is kind of free, like this kind of has a moment to say, okay, we can focus on all of the other stuff, right? It's really interesting. So Balance in relationships. I find this really interesting because 6 energy is ruled by Venus. The sun is currently in Libra, as is Mars, right? So there's a lot of focus on those kinds of energies at this moment in time, which I find really, really interesting and really intriguing, because balance in relationships in a 6 month is going to be really, really important. Dedicating time to your relationships, dedicating time to their maintenance, to their upkeep. What does your partner want? What does your partner need? Are you giving enough to your relationship? Are you assisting your partner? Are they giving those things back to you? Are your relationships balanced? Are they fair? Are they equal? Are they where they need to be at this moment in time? All of this stuff could be highlighted for you. If you're not in a partnership, what about the relationship or the partnership with yourself? How is that at the moment? How is the self-talk? Is the self-talk good? Is the way that you treat yourself and nurture and nourish yourself in balance, or is it just work, work, work at the moment? These are all things that you can look at this month and actually make some real headway with. Home purchases, so anything that you need to buy for the home, anything that you want to or maybe even purchasing a home itself. This month, because that 6 energy is in the rule, this would be a great month to tap into that energy. Now, here's the way that this is going to work, because obviously we do have the Mercury retrograde, and yes, we've got a lot of planets going direct this month, but what we need to consider here is this. If you are not a Mercury retrograde native, if you weren't born with that happening in your chart, recycling old items of furniture, upcycling, redoing, re-sprucing, like all of that sort of stuff. Go into thrift stores, or we call them car boot sales here, right? Or a yard sale or anything like that is highly favored. One, because you can get much better deals on anything that is secondhand during a Mercury retrograde, and 2, because anything that you upcycle or recycle in some way, shape or form, you have a chance to really get the most out of. That's one of the ways that you could really get a lot out of this particular Mercury retrograde, because it's happening in the sign of Libra. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say this would be a good time to purchase anything large and new. But if you were, excuse me, if you were born under a Mercury retrograde, free reign, right? You get to go nuts while the rest of us run around like headless chickens going, Mercury! You guys can sail through, right? So those rules don't really apply to you. And it's not to say that they always do when Mercury's not retrograde, because obviously it doesn't spend as much time retrograde as it does not retrograde, but it just means that you guys have the upper hand in this way. And I kind of find that interesting. It's almost like a cosmic gift or blessing. It's like, yeah, I'm going to give you guys an advantage here, whereas let's say somebody who has Jupiter in the 2nd house has the cosmic upper hand when it comes to making money. Or do you know what I mean? Like, there's loads of, we all get some form of a blessing, but those of you that were born under a Mercury retrograde, that is yours, right? Okay, so that being said, this is a really good time to redecorate. It's a really good time to clean your house, the autumn or the spring clean. If you didn't get round to it when the autumn equinox kicked in, this is a perfect month to do so, absolutely. And also, this energy is a great energy to make a house a home. All right, so whatever that means to you, whatever you could do or get ready or bring into the home, that's going to enhance the experience of the house or the place that you live in becoming your actual home, or at least feeling more like home for now. Whatever you put in place this month could go a long way to creating that energy for you. All right, so with that said, that is your intro and overview. Thank you for sticking with it, and I will see you for your life path reading. All right, take care, and I'll see you in a moment. Hello, you wonderful Life Path 11 person. Welcome to your October 2021 numerology. Let's get straight into it. So this month, the way this energy combines for you, like you're used to me saying to you, don't, as a master number vibration, you're here to serve the world. You don't seek fame, don't seek fortune, all the rest of it. Well, this month, all of that goes out of the window, right? This month, you can chase your material desires, chase your material goals, utilize your energy on that internal plane and put it towards the things that you truly want and need and desire. This is a month where you get free reign. You can use the skills, the gifts, the abilities that you have, that you were born with, on yourself, for yourself. And there's no fear of repercussions, no repercussions this month, right? Now, that being said, the way this energy combines does give an 8. 8 is a very karmic number. Make no mistake, if you go around ripping people off, stealing, thieving, all of the rest of it, you will get a double dose of that bite in the arse, because the 8 energy will work against you, and your own number of the 11 energy as a master number vibration will also work against you. If you are working in earnest, working hard, and it does, when I say working hard, it doesn't mean, nose to the grindstone. It just means, like, as long as you're in integrity this month, and you use your skills, your talents, and your abilities to go after what you want, this month you can make more headway than maybe you've made in a very long time. This month, and I always say to people, when this energy shows up for you, be cheeky. Ask for the things that you want. If there's something that you need, if there's something that you desire, and it's like, you know what, I really want that, but I don't want to pay that price for it. Haggle, negotiate. What's the worst that they can say to you? No. But the best case scenario is that you get what you want. And this month, because of the way that this energy hits you, you have that ability above most other people. Use it to your advantage. Now, when it comes to love, for those of you that are partnered, this month, there could be a really deep connection to the partner. This could be a month where you are really starting to see the results of the way that you treat each other. If you treat each other well, throughout the year or throughout the days or whatever, you will get more of that. If you treat each other not so kind, and there are, excuse me, energy shift. If you treat each other poorly and there are cracks in the relationship, you'll get more of that. 8 energy, the way that this combines for you, is very magnetic, and it tends to bring a lot of itself to itself. So in a lot of ways, this month, whatever you get is just a reflection of what you've put out, what you've put into it. You could have a bit of a workaholic tendency this month, so try not to neglect the partner or the loved ones. When it comes to those of you that are single, this month, to be honest with you, you're really more focused on your material life. But if you are looking to meet someone, it's going to be through tried and true and tested methods, likely. This month you are more eccentric. You're like you dialed up to an 11, right? Which is really fun and really exciting. But you do have an allure about you. You will probably notice though that the people that you attract are either younger or older. So the way that this will work is, let's say you are 50 plus, you're going to attract people that are like 30, right? If you are 30, you're probably going to attract people that are, 45, 50 plus. And listen, I ain't mad, right? A little bit of salt and pepper we like seasoned. Right? All jokes aside though, that it's just one of the ways that this energy will probably hit you. So, be aware of that. And, I know it's funny, like I say that, and I know a lot of people aren't necessarily into dating people that are older or younger than them, especially when there's a real age gap. And that tends to be because of all the societal bollocks. I'm not here for it. Anyway, when it comes to your money, finances, and materials, the way that this energy hits you, better than anybody else. This month you go for it, right? You want to make big money, you want to seal big deals, you want to create wealth, abundance, prosperity, manifest your ass off. This is the month to do it. Tap into your innate 11 energy, right? That is really good with bringing what it needs to it through the network of the entire world. You tap into that energy, you use the 8 energy of material abundance, security, stability. Go after what you want. Whatever it is that you desire this month, you have the ability to call it to you, right? Don't waste this. Practical ways that you could use this energy. If you want a promotion, don't ask for it, demand it. And when I say demand it, I'm not talking about, you know, slamming your boss's door open and saying, give me a promotion, bitch. Unless you have that kind of relationship with your boss, in which case, you know, go for it. Right? But probably not for most of you. But yeah, like whatever you want, command and demand that energy come to you, right? That's the way that you use this month. Now, when it comes to work, for those of you that are employed, this month you could really be about that hard work. You could be about showing up, you know, rolling your sleeves up, doing the work, getting stuck in. This is the month for you to really dream big. What do you want out of your career? Is the work that you do fulfilling? If not, that's going to be highlighted this month, and the solution to it will probably show up as well, either at the same time or not shortly after. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, people that work for themselves, love this energy because it makes you bold, it makes you daring, and you're already those things anyway. A bit more on the dreamy side, but you're already these things. And so in a lot of ways, this is going to give you this ability to see what others can't, right? And so wherever it is that you choose to steer your ship, this is a bit of a Captain Jack Sparrow moment, right? He's already got the plan. He knows exactly where he's going, and everybody else is just kind of along the ride, and it's kind of fun, but a little bit scary because we haven't got a fucking clue what's going on. And then they arrive at the destination or whatever, and it comes off perfectly. This could be the month for that kind of energy. For those of you that are looking for work, this month, look at the institutions, right? Don't bother with the smaller places. Look to the big companies. Look to the institutions, the established places, places that have been around for a long time, anything of a traditional nature, banking, office work, you know, the tried and true stuff is where it's going to be this month. Or on the other side of this though, this could be a good month to, excuse me, this is the only video that I've yawned in, and I'm not tired. So, yeah, this would be a really good month to hunt out a startup, right? Look for companies that are just starting out, because the ones that really seem to be gathering steam at the moment are going to explode over the next year. There's something about that energy that I feel like if you get in now, you're going to be ahead of the curve. When it comes to those of you that are retired and looking, I mean, really, this is probably a good month for you to just kick back. I know for everybody else, I said hard work and all the rest of it. And yes, absolutely. This month, I would probably pay more attention to your spiritual life and the deeds that you've done, or, you know, feel you still have yet to do. Focus on those. Create a plan for, you know, ticking stuff off the bucket list, or you know, things that you've always wanted to do, you know, something that you said you'd always buy somebody when you hit a certain time or hit a certain peak. This is that month. So your best steps this month are bold, cheeky, be your wonderful, magnanimous, eccentric self. Go after what you want with all gusto, and like I said, manifest your butt off. Use this month, right? They don't come very often, so use it well. For those, and then for your warnings, things that you might need to be aware of, workaholic tendencies, definitely going to be a part of this month. The ability to either be an effective manager or not will show up. And if you find that your employees or your team or people that you delegate things to are rebelling or kind of kicking back, it's because your skills as a manager, your management skills or your people interaction skills need to be worked on, quite frankly, which is rare for an 11, you know. So if that's the case, you got to get it together, okay? Your final warning, because the way this energy combines for you, what you send out, you will get a whole lot more of. Maybe not immediately, but it will come, right? So be sure to put out the good stuff, not just for yourself, but for everybody else too, which for the most part, you guys tend to do. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.